Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 2020 CSI Oklahoma State Championships. This morning we were playing 8-ball. This is Sabrina Peterson versus Clint Wallace. Sabrina is a 537 and Clint is a 522. So they're pretty closely rated. And that's why we are race to 5. So they're going to get started here in just a moment. I'd like to give a big shout out to Lipman Lights. You don't really have a light over your pool table unless it's a Lipman light. Billiard Shopping Network, an online shopping experience. Basically, we are creating a mall of billiard supplies. OBQs. Got a lot of new products out. You might want to check those out. Q Sports International, Diamond Billiards. All sponsors of Bad Boys TV. Awesome. Yep, looks like they're getting ready to lag. Oh, it is nice to be at a pool tournament again. Looks like Clint's going to get this one. Clint's going to have the first break. And a race to 5. Getting that first break is pretty nice. Now if you could get that first break and run, then you're talking. Put pressure on your opponent big time that way. This is day 4. 2 more days left. Tomorrow morning, team start. I do believe we have to try to squeeze in the 8-ball finals. Maybe even 3rd place in a couple of the divisions, just because they're going to overflow into the team event. I believe at 1:30 today, Oklahoma time, which would be 2:30 Eastern, we have the 10-ball finals scheduled. And we'll see how it goes. Sometime today we'll try to get the Scotch finals done. The hard part about Scotch is we got it. There are a couple, actually, I think, where one of the players on the Scotch is playing 10-ball and 8-ball. Or no, playing 10-ball. The other one's probably playing 8-ball. And there's just a couple of conflicts, so a little busy. Or they're in opposite divisions in the 8-ball. So they're like both players are in Scotch, but one's in the 8-ball gold, one's in the 8-ball platinum. Or once in the 8-ball women's. So, with the, you know how our luck goes. We need them to play the Scotch, but one's still playing in their division. Then that one gets done, and the other one's got the singles division. So, always fun working that shuffle. Don't forget to hit the like button. Here we go. Clint is breaking the first game of the match. Oh, cue ball got a little close. Gonna make the 1. Yep. Solid on the break. Looks like all the stripes are still on the table. I might play the 10-ball, shoot the 4 into the 10. The 9 ball's in a weird spot. But really, that's the only one if you shoot the 4 into the 10 and can make that 15 ball by the 11 into the side pocket. Or you could shoot it off of the 2, which would open the door for the 12 in a couple pockets. You do have the 11 there for a breakout to the 9. You also have the 13 on the right lower corner that you could use to get to that 9. But if you're going to choose stripes, I personally like to get that 9 out of there quick, and the 12. So the 12's not as critical because once you move whatever that other stripe, I think that's the 15. Once you move the 15, there's a couple pockets that 12 goes into, or you could shoot the, I think you could shoot the 11 now, maybe. Yeah, I don't know if I like shooting the 11 there, just because, well, it was a tough shot, but then you've taken a ball away from the breakout of the 9. I don't know. If you could shoot the 7, I don't know if you can see it from there. Shoot the 7-9 combo, and then you're pretty wide open. Might be able to shoot this 15 and follow 2 rail into the 9, or just follow up and then shoot the 9 in the lower right. And the reason I'm focused on those stripes is because the solid doesn't really go anywhere yet. Sabrina's a pretty smart player. She used to be on the women's pro circuit back in the day. Oh. Still okay. You could still make it. Cue ball gonna go a little free though. Rolled about 5 or 6 inches too far. Oh, Bonnie's over. They got the head bobbing. She's a little fired up this morning. Well, it looks like she's looking for the 11 ball, so she's going to leave the 9 there. Like I said, the 13 ball is still in play to break out the 9, so. Nice shot up the table. Well, you might shoot the 10. And you could just stop right there if you wanted, and the angle would be good on the 13 and to the 9 for a breakout. Or you can shoot the 10 thin and get the cue ball back to the center of the table about that second diamond from the top rail and shoot the 12 into the lower corner, but I don't really like that. Huh. Interesting. Looks like she's going to play a save. Well, now the 9 is open. I don't know if I like that. I think I might have played aggressive and made the 10 and tried to break out the 9 off of the 13. I know it gets a little dangerous because you got the 7, 5, and 4 down here that could get in the way, and if you don't get on the 9, you could be blocked from the 14 and the 12. But I like to play a little more aggressive in my first game of the set. And if you get a good roll, you get out, then you really put your opponent on his heels. But it's just my preference. I'm not saying anything's right or wrong. Everybody plays a little different. Do appreciate everybody tuning in this early on a Friday morning. Hope everybody's staying warm and safe. I know if I was home right now, my feet would be curled up, blanket over my lap, drinking a cup of coffee on the couch. Well, it's kind of in a jam. I kind of like shooting the 4, making it follow the 10 in the side, because it's not that hard of a shot. Just roll up and try to spread out the 8, 6, 3, 12, 2. If you can do it, by getting that 10 out of that side pocket, you give your 6 and 3 a little more options. Next time we go to Texas, we'll be in. Oh, wow, I made it by that ball. I didn't think he had that much room. Next time we go to Texas will be probably in May. That's when our next Texas tournament is scheduled. Probably about mid-December we'll have up our 2021 schedule. We're just trying to finalize some stuff, and then we'll put out the entire schedule and hope that nothing gets canceled or moved. Well, I like shoot the 7. Shoot the 7 here and try to get the cue ball over by the 10 so you can shoot that 6 into the left side, and then you're a lot more open table. Plus you want to get the 7 out of the way. If you don't get up high enough, you got the 5. I like shooting the 7 for position on the 6. If I get position on the 6, I can make the 6 in the left side pocket. Then I have my options of shooting the 3 or the 5. And that pretty much opens the door once you get that 6 made. Oh, hit that a little heavy. A little heavy. Well, the 12 ball's in a little bit of trouble. I kind of like swinging at it here. Shoot the 9. And, because I think the 7 blocks the 12. If the 7 blocks the 12, I like shooting this 9. You could either shoot it in the corner, or if it's off the 7, then the 12 has that pocket back. But you could make the cue ball go straight towards that 12 and try to bump it out. Your 10 ball's the safety ball there, right? So if you miss the 12 and roll up a little bit past it, you still have the 10. Oh. Well, if it's makeable, awesome. I think I would have played for the bump, though. Just because if you're off a little, let's say you hit the 8, then you push the 8 out of the way. If you don't hit the 8 and you hit the 12, you separate. You got the 14 and 10 if you don't quite get the shot on that ball. If she can make it, then I'm thinking she's out. She might have to do this with a little bit of spin. Maybe not. I can't tell how close she is to that 8 ball. Perfect. Hey, oh, well, another close one. I hate shooting shots that close to the ball. Well, the nice thing about this particular shot, if you don't like shooting it all the way up because you're afraid you're going to foul, then just overcut it and call it 10 ball. Yeah, this one's just nudge the 10, or you could shoot the 13. What she wants to do is shoot the 10 and maybe just pop out a little bit. She'd like to get straighter on the 13 so she could just shoot, stop, and either shoot the 8 in the upper left or the left side pocket. Oh, she hit that good. Good. Maybe 2 inches farther to the left than she wanted to be, just because it jacks her up. Or about 3 inches too short, so that she could cue between the 3 and the 6. Perfect. Nice shot, nice stroke. Very smart player, Sabrina is. She makes sure that she gets comfortable with her stance so that she can deliver a smooth stroke. There you go, game 1. And her break now. Speaking of break,
the most important shot in pool is the break. Power and control can be the difference between winning and losing. Introducing 2 new shafts from OBQs, the Aftershock. Built for speed and power, this shaft is designed to transfer all your energy to the cue ball. The Shockwave. This shaft is uniquely designed to promote a more square hit and the ultimate control. OBQs. Master the break. she does have some dancing feet, doesn't she? Watch her feet. Oh. Hi. Somebody threw some mud into that rack. What's up? Rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. It's a little early where you're at, isn't it? So the question now is, did 4 balls go to a rail? Let's see.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 4 balls went to the rail. I actually think it was 5 balls that went to the rail, but it does definitely 4. Watch him one more time. That was nice. Still didn't get much of a break on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 balls went to the rail. It's hard to believe. Wednesday at 6 a.m. and Friday at 7 a.m. Dude, you make the daughter get up and do that herself. If you got to get up too, that's brutal. But that's good though. Hockey, she becomes a hockey star. She's got to give you some rolls back, man. All those days of getting up early with her. 5 a.m. to get her there at 6. All that papa support, you know, when you're over there cheering her on, but you're really just too tired to do that, but you do it anyway. Yeah. Yeah. That first contract has to have a papa clause in it. All those early morning drives, warming up the car. Best invention ever if you live in the north. Auto start. I lived in Alaska. I'd push that button. I wouldn't even go out to my car until the windows were completely thawed. I couldn't afford a car that had the heated seats. I can tell you right now, my Durango has heated seats. That is so nice in the winter. It's just simple things. You know, it'd be cool if you could go back and get somebody from like 50, 60 years ago, you know, that doesn't know all that technology exists, and just show them, right? Like, even go back even further, you know, like the people that had to wagon across the country, you know. It took months and months to go from New York to California. And you were lucky if you made it there alive. And then, you know, first, just show them a car, you know, with heated seats and reclining seats. And I don't know if any of you have ever had the privilege of hopping into a good old-fashioned Wild West wagon for a little ride, but holy crap, that'd beat the living snot out of you. But show them that, you know, so they can be all like, wow, wow, wow. And they go, oh, or we could just go across country in like 3 hours in a plane. Good morning, Brian from California. banking the one. Interesting. I could have swore she caught the bank, but I don't know why she would bank. Huh. I think I would have cut that in the upper right and try to roll down here for a shot on the 3 and breaking the 6 out. What do I know? I'm on a stage behind a TV screen. I don't even get to play in the tournament, so. Well, Clint, do you dare? I'm shooting the 14, breaking everything out, going for the run out, but my teammates are probably going, play safe, dude, play safe. That's the one thing I love about team, is to watch the teammates' facial expressions. Really, I so would love to, I think that's something I might try at Nationals this year if it happens, or Worlds. Just have a camera and a zoom and a camera guy, if I can get enough sponsors to pay these people to do it. But during teams, do like a small picture up in the corner so you can see the shot being shot and the teammates' facial expressions and stuff. Just kind of, I think it'd be funny and cool. I can't tell you, just as a tournament director, you're looking down over the tables and just sometimes you just see like the whole team, like a 5-man team, and the one guy's shooting. And one time I saw like all 4 of his teammates standing side by side, and all of them rolled their eyes like at the exact same time. It was hilarious. Yeah, we got some Clint fans in the chat room. I know we got some Sabrina fans from Alaska. All the way from Alaska to come play in this tournament. Kansas is in the chat room. How you doing, Mark? Thanks for tuning in. Nice little play there. I like just bumping. I don't know if he feels comfortable because you have to hit it so thin. Bumping the 13, or just bump the 14 and try to get cue ball behind the 8. Yeah. On that particular shot, I think you got to shoot it a lot softer. Because you gave her the 7 to shoot at, so she can just run right on up table. It's a tough one though, trying to hold that behind the 8. And maybe he thought he was going to get closer to the 11-13 there, or the 15-13, whatever those two are there. Might have been what he was trying to do. He just didn't catch the 14 thin enough. Because if he hits it thinner, he'd be closer to those two. Sabrina's looking like she's going to wind up for a shot. I think you gotta go for this. I mean, the ideal situation here would be able to shoot it and draw the cue ball back to almost dead center of the table. Maybe she can do it with follow. Because what she wants to be able to do is shoot the 1 or the 3 and not move the other stuff around. It looks like she's cranking her up for a follow. Oh, if she comes in... Oh, so you don't want to bump the 3. Aye. Yeah. Didn't want to bump the 3. Somebody's moved the bridge, it looks like, or got it way up under the table. Well, the last thing you want to do is put Sabrina on a shot clock. She plays 10 times better on a shot clock. But for us, yes. Last thing we want to do is have a match run long. I've seen Sabrina put on a shot clock and then play like a beast. I honestly think she plays better when she plays faster. Evidence says so. Yeah, yesterday we had 2 matches that started super slow. Like the first 2 games took like 45 minutes. But then the match was done in less than 40 minutes after that. So we'll see what happens. Just bump to 13, man. If you just bump the 13 here, you take almost every angle away, every rail away to get to the 6 or the... If you just bump it right, almost impossible to hop over for the distance that they would have to clear the 13 and the 9, or clear the 13 and hit the 3. Just nudge it and then have the cue ball come up and freeze up against the other ball next to it. Just don't hit the top ball, hit the bottom ball. I mean, I guess you could hit the top ball, but the bottom ball makes a little more sense. Yeah, see, I don't like that because you just tied up the other 2. If you hit the bottom ball, he could have not tied up anything and taken away, because she can just go to the top round down to the 6. So I mean, there's an easy hit there, real easy hit. If he had hit the bottom ball and not moved that top ball, then she'd have virtually no shot at all. Because your goal here is to not tie up your stuff and get ball in hand so that you can maneuver. Exactly, Kim. If you're on a shot clock, then you tend not to overthink. And some players have a really bad, they get into that rut where they overthink things and then start second guessing and take themselves out of their own rhythm. Wow, cross side. I don't think that goes. Wow, did he give her the one ball? Yeah, see, that's... Yeah. He's not as bad a spot as it appears, because if he can shoot this in the side and get a shot on this 11, he could bust everything out. Don't come down too far. Hold on, hold on. Right there. Now just cut this in and actually hit it with just like a... I think hit this with a draw shot. Because if he could come off and split the 15 and the 3, he'll open everything up. The 9 to bounce out with the 3, the 15 to bounce out. He'll have a straight shot on the 13. Be able to pop up a little, shoot the 14 up table. Everything is set. It would be nice. For a lot of players out there, when you're playing a tournament, remember what got you the prior win. Don't change the way you play. You could change your strategy a little bit, but as far as, you know, being knowing when to be aggressive and when not. See, he shot that with a little bit of follow. I would have liked to have hit that with draw. I think the action's better, and with the outside spin, I think he'd have made that shot. Hey, Kathy, how you doing? But you don't want to change your pace of play and your style of play to adjust to your opponent. You want to continue to play the way you play, or you'll get out of rhythm. That you're not when you start playing in a rhythm you're not used to, then you don't play as comfortable. And then you start second guessing things or you're just out of whack. And when it's a tight match, being out of whack just makes it much tougher. Well, she should probably go, I think she'll go 2 rails around the one. So she can shoot the one on the side and control her shape to the 8 much better. Well, she went 1 rail. Either way. She went a little far, too. She should be okay, though. You just now saw my message?
What?
You didn't see my message at all? Oh. I hope I sent it to you. Yeah, I sent it to you. I said if you get the morning mochas, I'll get the evening mochas. You running around with somebody else's phone? It's on text message.
Oh, there it is, finally. I'm gonna get it. You're getting that message on for Billiard Shopping Network through Facebook about the Littman light. But he hasn't received tracking information, no contact or anything.
On that one from a couple weeks ago?
I don't know.
Because I know Littman got all the info. Timothy Moore. So is that the one that? See, I thought I saw. Let me see in my emails.
No, you're just telling me to contact Littman and see what you can find out.
Tell him I'll check and we'll have an answer later today.
I'll remind you.
Yeah, I was trying to see. See, I've been getting so many damn emails lately. I thought I saw one yesterday. It said something about a guy buying a Littman light, but then I don't know if it was a new one or. Now I can't find it. On the 26th. Let me see if that's the same one. What was that? Timothy Moore?
Yep.
Yeah, so this is the one. Yeah, so yeah, let me see if.
He's just looking for an update on it.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll go get my place. You and Bonnie?
Sorry, folks, multitasking. No. Coffee is high priority around here. Decisions. Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's 11 ball, but I think the 11 ball goes by the 3. I think. Kind of hard to tell from where I'm at, and I can't get up and walk over and peek either because of the way we're situated here. Yeah. Did he hit the window right? This is the tricky spot because I think he has an angle where the cue ball is going to go to the rail. If that's the case, I'm shooting a draw shot here. It just hit the cue ball at like 4:30, maybe 4:15, 4 o'clock, somewhere right around there. So you slide over to the right rail, and the spin pulls it back up around the 5, so you can shoot the 8 in the lower right-hand corner. Oh no, he was on the other edge of it. I still would have, if knowing that now, I'd have just tried to draw back straight, like 3 or 4 inches. Because I cannot, I'm too short. My fingers are too short. I cannot shoot over the top of balls. It's really tough. Increases my miss level 5-fold. Both these players are methodical when it comes to shooting. And there you go. Clint's on the board. Scores 2-1, Sabrina's favor. Race to 5. Sabrina Peterson is a 5:37 Fargo. Clint Wallace is a 5:22. Pretty even match. Sabrina is the very, very, very slight favorite. All the rowdy people are still sleeping. Well, let's hope Sabrina gets a much better break this time. Because her last break looked like they had poured concrete into the rack. Yeah, she's not braking very well. I don't have a computer in front of me to look and see who the top player is. I mean, I do, but I don't. The top player will be the one that wins at the end. Oh, I don't know. Looks like he wants to shoot the 5. But he probably wants to shoot a strike. I don't know. They're all tied up, so, I mean, but if you shoot the 5, the 6 is blocked by the 11. And you gotta hope you can break all that out. Shooting the 5, if you can get the cue ball to run into the 3 and maybe get some scatter happening. Yikes. We're going the wrong direction. We're tying them up, not breaking them up. This is where playing multiple games, different games in pool is very helpful. So if you played this layout, experience with straight pool would be extremely helpful because you learn how to read how the pack breaks apart. And there are things that people that play a lot of straight pool see that most people don't see when it comes to breaking balls out. And you learn how to do it with the right speed. A lot of league players will shoot to break something out, and a lot of them will shoot way too hard. And what happens is they end up breaking it out, but then they all roll back into a different cluster. It's not a controlled breakout, where straight pool players learn to control their breakouts. So if you want to become a super strong pool player, learn to play all the games because you learn something from everything. Each game teaches you another skill. She is going to thin the 6 and make the 11, I believe. We're happy that a lot of you are watching if you couldn't make it. Please share the link, spread the word. The more people we got watching, the happier the sponsors are, and that allows me to continue bringing you free streams. What's there not to like about free streams? Just got to hit the like button. If you can spare a dime, hit the $sign at the bottom of the chat, and donations are extremely appreciated. That's how the Bad Boys TV works, by sponsors and donations. We don't want to get into a position where we got to charge a monthly fee or a per event fee or pay-per-view. We think people benefit better if it's free. The brackets are, if you go to badboysbp.com, you can click on live brackets, and you can find the brackets for the CSI Oklahoma State Championships for all the divisions that are in play, with the payouts are on the bracket too. After 1 hour, only 3 games are played. Yikes. They're about, taking about twice as long as they should. Should get 3 games done every half hour. About 10 minutes a game in 8-ball. Most tournaments schedule a race to 5 for 90 minutes because 10 minutes a game. If you go hill, it'd be 9 games. Final would be 5 to 4. Well, I mean, I think you gotta shoot this 14. Oh, thank you, dear. Mocha, got my mocha. See, I don't like this. That's not a tough combo into this bottom right. Now it's an impossible combo. Yeah, sometimes you gotta, if you got the opening and the breakout, you gotta take it. If you start playing your game not to lose, that's usually when you lose. In many cases, it's a very fine line between playing safe and playing your way into trouble. don't even think he's looked down this way, but the 12 ball might be the shot. I can't tell if it goes by the 13. But, it's also funny, I got a private message. Somebody says she's playing super slow. For the last 4 or 5 shots I've timed, he's actually been slower than her. Brittany, how you doing? Oh, you're a player. Wicked good woman player. You should came over here and kicked all these guys' butts. See how the 10-9 shot earlier is preventing him from running out here. My Apple Watch says I should breathe. That's funny. I'm going to have the referee go over and warn these players that they got to pick up the pace. They're going to end up jacking the tournament up. Both of them are taking well over a minute to shoot. That's a long time in a pool match. 45 seconds. You need to be 45 seconds or less. I wonder if the 7 goes by the 9. I don't think it does, but if it does, I'm definitely swinging it running out here. I would probably shoot this one, try to draw down for some kind of position on the 6, 7, or 3. uh, all right, come on now. I might shoot the 7 off the 3. Try to make it into the lower left-hand corner. There's worse smells in the world.
Well, yeah, I know.
She's like, my purse smells like bananas. I don't know why you would walk by saying that, but okay. Well, that was a nice shot. He is tied up. But they are going to have to pick up the pace. Both players right now are average. Well, they're both of them have taken almost 2 minutes on several shots, and they're averaging over a minute per shot. It's just not fair to the tournament or the other players, because they'll be here till 3 in the morning at this rate. You know, I'm not saying this match, but the matches that follow just continue to spiral backwards. That was almost a minute. Not too bad. That was actually one of his tougher shots, and he shot that one a little quicker than prior shots. So, yeah, it looks like the referee went down and talked to him. So we just want to give him a heads up that, hey, you guys got to pick up the pace. So for the question, somebody just asked me, and I'm guessing you guys are probably wondering in the chat room too. We have what we call a shot clock rule, which if a player is abusing how long they take to shoot, and we deem that it's detrimental to the match or the tournament or their opponent, then we can put them on a shot clock, and usually that starts with a warning. And then if it continues, then they end up being on a shot clock. And when you put somebody on a shot clock, you put the match on a shot clock, which means both players will be treated exactly the same and be put on a shot clock. Now we also have what we call delayed progress. Delayed progress is when they're not taking a long time to shoot, but they're getting into safeties and the match is just not progressing as it should for tournament flow. And this is just caused by a lot of safety play or not making balls. And in that case, we warn the players that, hey, you have to have a certain amount of games done by a certain time, and if that doesn't happen, then we may have to shorten the race for both players. So there are rules to help assist the tournament along. Sorry about that, folks. That was a hell of a shot. Had to step over and talk to the reporter. 3-1, Sabrina has the lead. Let me see if I can get somebody else to step in here and commentate for a minute so I can well, we'll see. Yeah, Sabrina can switch it up on you. That's a true story. I played a lot of pool with Sabrina back in the day. So we got the news guy here from the local area. Hopefully they'll write up a nice little article. Pretty cool. Clint, you got to play the game that got you here, man. I don't think you're playing. I don't know. I mean, maybe you are. Maybe. But he just seems a little uncomfortable and a little bit second guessing-ish. Maybe not. I think Sabrina's got him on the ropes now, though. The first game he played a little more aggressive. Oh yeah, Sabrina's a very nice lady. She's a hell of a pool player too. It's just a matter of, you know. I've seen her play some phenomenal pool. She taught me some things over the years. Smart lady. Smart, kind. Now you shoot the one, the upper right hand corner, and then everything should be wide open. And you just shoot this with a little bit of draw, so you just nudge the two, because then you'll have the three if you don't get an angle on the other stuff. But just nudge it. I was making a funny face, but you can't see it.
I know, right?
There you go, just like that. The three is there so you can reposition the cue ball. Or you could shoot the 2-7.
There's your smile.
Yeah, I'm
Totally
smiling.
tell like we're smiling.
Yes, yes. You guys should have made masks that had like.
Clear. Transparent.
Yeah, I don't know about transparent. I would forget that it was transparent, and then people would see that I was making faces at them.
That would be funny.
Looks like he's gonna. I don't know if he's trying to shoot it by. Nope, combo, perfect. Now shoot the 4. Now the trick from the 4 is going to be getting position so you can shoot the 2 and not get tied up behind the 14, so you can make the 3 and the 8's right there.
This is the final?
No. No, just 8 ball. So you're gonna have, we should have Ozzy get everybody staff shirts for for the Expo Worlds Nationals.
We wanted to have
Yeah,
a
but
big
you guys should get some that have like the really cool name across the back. You know, like a jersey style.
I like that.
Cause yours has to say sugar. Cause I just find that funny. Especially when you're pissed off.
Right?
Alright, this is the tricky shot right here. Don't get behind the 14. Mwah. He's in good shape there. Nah, just don't try to do too much with it. I think his angle's a little funky to hold it for the 8 maybe. So are you playing in anything else? Teams. That's the one thing I miss about doing this for a living is teams.
Yeah?
Yeah. I miss the pressure of the whole team, like on over your shoulder, making sure you're gonna win. I miss that.
You like that?
Oh, I love that.
Well, that's not such a good...
Yeah, no, I loved being the hill guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're a good one
At
to have on the
Nationals,
team.
I was 8-0 for the hill games.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That's fun. No
I love
wonder.
that
No
pressure.
wonder
It's
you
just
love it. That's awesome.
love that pressure. Everybody's looking at you.
Biting their nails.
Oh, almost an excellent shot.
Wow. Has 10-ball singles finished yet? Or is that
10 ball singles finals is scheduled for 1:30, I think. Scotch doubles third place match is at 1:30, so the finals may or may not go at 3. Problem is now we have everybody and everything.
Yeah.
And you know, in the doubles, it's never the same. It's like one is in the 10 ball still, the other one's in the 8 ball, and it's just every mathematical combination you can have is what we usually end up with. He is the 3rd guy I've seen wearing a hat like that this week. The photographer is supposed to be wearing a hat like that.
Interesting.
He said he was going to be here at 9 o'clock this morning.
I know.
I'm like,
I got ready.
I hate disappointment. I've written friends off because they were consistently late. I hate that. Oh, I'll be there at 6. Yeah, what day? That's the part you forgot to tell me, is what day. Yeah, it's all about positioning and how you get on the 11 so you can break out the 12. But I promise you that 12 is not moving until she is ready to run completely out. So what's next for CSI? Do you guys got anything happening at Griff's? Any U.S. Opens or none of that stuff?
We're not doing those anymore. The next would be Wisconsin in January.
Yeah, Derby City's next on my list. I'm hoping this gives us an opportunity to try to find some new events, some locations desperate for business. We'll see. I've sent out a bunch of emails, so hopefully that'll pan out and create some more events. Don't forget to subscribe and like Bad Boys TV. We got a lot of projects we're working on. Hopefully we'll get them. I mean, they're mostly in the developmental stage. Trying to find some sponsorship to make some of them affordable. But we got some cool ideas. Hopefully, our minimal plans are to get in a situation where we're pumping out something every day, starting probably end of March, 1st of April. So Bad Boys TV will have something coming out for you almost every day, even if it's just like a 15 or 20 minute interview or something. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully you'll like some of our ideas and help spread the word. Not sure I like this. Not sure. Because it's almost impossible to tie it up where she couldn't break it out. And I would break this out right now. I would put the cue ball in a position to either make the 11 in the side or the bottom right hand corner. Breaking everything out. Let's see, and what she can do here is she can just shoot and freeze too. If she wants to not break anything out and then get ball in hand and break it out. Huh. Well, with the COVID thing, some people that weren't cool before are being forced to look cool because they, instead of shaking hands, they fist pump now. So they look a little cooler by accident. Just thought I'd point that out. Well, now let's see what she plays for here. She's going to shoot the 9. I think the 14 goes in the upper right. Plus it'll go in the upper left, plus it'll go in the lower right. So it's just a matter of, oh, she's going to get shape on the 12. Looky, looky. Nice. Well, if she can get this game over, she'll be on the hill. So last thing Clint wants. I think you just shoot this and follow forward. All she got to do is get past. Well, she doesn't even have to get past the 14, honestly. I think the 14 goes in the same pocket the 13 does. But if it doesn't, all she got to do is get past the 14 so she can shoot the 13, get shape on the 14 in the lower right-hand corner. Oh, what a shooter! Now we're gonna find. Now we're gonna find out if that 14 goes by. Somebody is blessed today. I might give her a ride over to the lottery ticket place. Yeah, she's looking like it's extremely tight. I mean, the combo's not real difficult. It's not super easy because the cue ball's so close to the 14, but all she's got to do, I think it's just miss the 8. Focus on just missing the 8 and the 14's going to go. If it hits the rail too early, it's going to go off the 13. Uh-oh. Oh, no. And she rolled the cue ball forward. Well, Clint is very happy to be back at the table. And he's about to make it 3-2. 3-2. That's a huge miss because 4-1 on the hill is way better than 3-2. Now the pressure builds on each game. How you doing, Hank? Good to see you in the chat. Well, we had a 10:30 match scheduled. I think it's going to get bumped. Again, I do believe we have a 10-ball finals kicking off at 1:30. That'd be 2:30 Eastern time. 11:30 Pacific time. I am a commentator. I am not a tater tot, especially since this COVID. Just sitting at home eating dinner every day. Waiting for pool tournaments to be allowed again, so. Well, neither one of these players are getting the balls that break on this table, which is really odd because yesterday the balls were breaking great. I can tell you, the temperature in the room is a tad different. Yesterday it was much warmer in here. Today it's pretty chilly. So maybe that is the deal. I can't, you know. I go to pool tournaments and my referees, and they bring us donuts. I'm just cursed to be chubby the rest of my life. The lean and physically fit days are gone. They started disappearing in my early 40s. Came back in the mid 40s and then started creeping away again. In the 50s, it's really like the lean and fit is almost out of reach now. What brand of camera do I use? Oh, that's a technical question. I'd have to look. The reason I use the cameras that I do, well, they're HD, I know that. But the reason I use these particular cameras is because they can pump the video through much longer HDMI cords than most cameras. And I set up the Bad Boys TV on a shoestring budget. So I haven't been buying the expensive, thin, long, what is it, SDMI or whatever. What are the cameras I got? Am I helping the competition? No. I don't consider other streamers competition. Because if it's my own event, obviously I can just string my own event. I'm not competing against anybody. So the camera is... What is it? Let's see, I have three of them. So they're the Canon Vixia HV30s. Yeah, they're HD 1080 cameras. Yeah, Canon Vixia VIXIA HV30. And there are some tricks. I don't know how to use my equipment properly, because there are some tricks, like every once in a while you'll see the camera kind of blur up, and it's because I didn't go in, set the video, set the zoom, and then turn off the auto zoom. So every once in a while it will pick up a color or something and it'll make it blur. Apparently there's something you can do to prevent that. And you can also get into the changing of the colors and doing all kinds of weird stuff. Every once in a while when Kenny's sitting at the desk with me, we'll mess with that. I like to kick the camera over to black and white during a match. Kind of give it, I just think it's interesting. Something different. But I'm trying to learn more about the technological stuff on the streaming. I really want a soundboard. Well, I mean, I have soundboards, but I want to create some sound effects and set those up so I can just push a button and those work. Changing from right to left hand shooting. When you're having the dominant eye issue, I don't think changing hands is a good idea. Very few people can do that. I will tell you this. If you are right-handed and normally play right-handed, if you practice for a while shooting left-handed, it will get you more in focus when you switch back to right-handed. So like, just try this. Everybody try this once. When you go into a bar, the very first rack you shoot left-handed, and slow roll every shot in. Then set up a rack again, and then fire every shot in, and then switch back to your right hand. You'll be surprised how you feel about all that. John Mora, world-class player, was right-handed and had to switch and start playing left-handed about a year and a half ago. Most people didn't even notice. He still plays at world-class level. But he had to switch because of pain in his shoulder. Something about the way, like he had pinched nerve or something. Something like that. But he is so rare of an example. But I don't think you need to switch from left to right-handed because you're having a dominant eye issue. That's all about your stance. John had to do it because of an injury. And very few people can pull that off. I like to shoot left-handed. When I was playing a lot, I would practice a lot of shooting left-handed just because sometimes the bridge is tough. And being able to pull off a shot where you could draw left-handed or you know, have a good stroke with the opposite hand can be very handy. Well, she really did not want that 12 ball to stay there because now the 6's got fewer options. Yep, Hank is correct. Dr. Dave has good info on his... Dr. Dave has good info about almost everything pool related on his site. Really got some good stuff. A lot of players should go to that site just to learn some things they don't know or think they know on physics of pool. A lot of that stuff is really handy to learn. Always try to educate yourself about pool as much as possible. Because there are things you might be doing now that are just being done because you accidentally did it, and now for you it's natural, but you don't understand why you're doing it or what causes it. And once you learn why this does that or whatever, you can actually implement that into more things in pool. I always believed I knew more about pool than I could do at all times in my pool game, even as I was learning. I worked really hard on my game for a long time. Learned as much as I could, and the more you learn, the easier the game became. Yep, check out Dr. Dave. There's also Robert Burns has some good videos and books, all the way from the basic beginning to advanced skills and techniques. Those are my favorites. Tom Rossman. My favorite thing from him is the parallel system, learning how to bank and kick. I think the parallel system is the easiest system to use, and it's extremely wicked good. You learn how to use it and use it right. 2 railers and stuff. You'll be so shocked at where you can move the ball around the table. Summer of '61, huh, Hank? You should Somebody should write a song about the summer of 61. Was it 60? I think it was 69. Isn't that Brian Adams? I don't know what year it was. Summer of 69. I guess it could have been summer of 61. Oh, the good old days. I picked up a pool stick late in my life. I actually picked it up. I was in boot camp. Fort Bragg, North Carolina. 1985. That's when I picked up a pool stick. Well, what's up?
What's up with you?
Yeah, you know, just trying to survive.
Hard to do when there's nothing to do.
Oh, man. Just sitting at home getting fat. That's all I was doing.
I've been going the other way.
Yeah, well, Bonnie's a good cook. It's hard to...
I got orders to lose weight. So I did. Oh, I am.
Playing teams?
No, I ain't playing it. I just come down here to see y'all.
All right. That's cool. Old man Bill.
You're going to get this damn close. I might as well come see you.
Yeah? Yeah, 'cause you never know when we're going to be this close again. The way things are.
Since I got bumped out by a truck driver.
Well, only 'cause I needed a truck driver.
What happened to the other one?
Flaky.
Did he go take lessons from Chris Manners?
Something like that, yeah. Yeah.
This damn thing's bigger than it was the last time.
A lot more players, yeah. Yep. I like this location. It's a nice little place. I like this place. Last time we only set up 20 tables. Yeah. Yeah, this time we had to set them all up, and probably not enough tables for what we have. We're going to be running a little late tonight, and
That's all right. That's better.
yeah, it's a good problem to have. Good problem to
I've been
have.
watching you on your website on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't doing nothing else. I said, shit, I'll just go see.
Well, that's cool.
I didn't know she was going to be here.
She's doing the same thing. She just come down to say hi, hang out. Yeah. Yeah, I miss all my pool people. It's been a long, lonely 8 months.
Yes, it has. And this is the first time since March.
Yeah.
Was the tournament in March?
Yeah.
It's
Since
the first time I've been this far out of Oklahoma City
really?
since then.
Yeah, me and Kenny have driven across country twice, but this is the first time, yeah, since nationals that we've got to do pool. So
And that was a fucking experience I don't want to experience again.
that was crazy weird, wasn't
I
it?
got busted in the ass on the way home, tore my truck off and shit. Hit a goddamn pants outside of Flagstaff, Arizona.
Really?
Yep. We just got through Eastern King. We had to, they kicked us out. Couldn't eat nowhere.
Right.
So I called Kingman. I called Cracker Barrel Kingman. They said, come on, yeah. We said, come on, sit inside. So we stopped in Kingman, eh?
Well, yeah. When we left Vegas, well, they kicked us out of the Rio, right? They kicked us out before we were done getting the pool tables out.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So it was Friday morning. They sent security down. We still had like 20 tables to go. And they're like, you got an hour. I'm like, you're not getting me out of here till the last table's gone. So they were like, well, you know, if we have to call the cops, we will. I'm like, whatever, dude. Go ahead. By the time they get here, I'll be done. If you just shut up and leave me alone, I'll be done here in an hour and a half, 2 hours, right? So we got all loaded out, but all my crew had plane tickets, and they kept bumping them, so he couldn't go home. So we went and got a bed and breakfast, or, you know, a house we rented for a week. And we all hung out there until the last person flew out, and then me and Bonnie and Kenny hopped in the car. And yeah, I mean, there were truck stops closed down, everything going across country. It was like, we found a place open, we just buy all the food we could because we were like, man, we might not be able to eat going home. So yeah, we were eating like chips and yeah, it was weird. It was like crazy.
From the blizzard, I drove through the blizzard right after I got hit. And I got hit just 20 miles west of Flagstaff up in that damn pass. Got pounded by a fucking truck carrying an automobile thing.
Right.
Tennessee. So anyway, I just kept, I could move, so. Some guy in a tall van, it was a van, big, tall van. It was white, it had 6 lights on it, just like I come out of Wisconsin 6 years ago. And he could see. Nobody else could see, but he could see.
Right.
So I got behind his ass and we drove out of that blizzard. It took me an hour and a half to drive out of that blizzard.
Yeah.
But I got out. Got home.
Well, that's good. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy.
So I thought I'd just come down here and pick up all the stuff from y'all. Is Kenny coming down later?
Yeah, he should be here within the next hour.
Bonnie and Jim
Yep.
and the truck driver.
Yep. Yeah, running on a tight budget, you know. Haven't worked in 8 months. It's like, yeah. Well, these guys really gotta. All right, Bill. Nice seeing you, man. I like to shoot. Yeah, there you go. Oh, if he could have just got a little more. But, I mean, this is good. He could have got a little more and got that 10 closer to the pocket. Would have been nice. Now, this shot here, I am really looking at banking the one to the lower right, I think. Right here. Just because I'm an aggressive player. If she could shoot this 7 and try to come back down here and get better stuff on it. And I guess, I mean, if that 1 goes by the 11 into the lower right corner, you could shoot this 7 and try to get shape to do that. Here we go. See what's going to happen. Can't read her mind from here. See where we go. Uh-oh. Ugh. Well. I mean, you can shoot the 1 on the side. Actually, you know what? If she could shoot the 1 on the side and keep him off the 10 if she misses, I like the idea of shoot the 1 on the side and draw back so the 8 is not an issue. And then you can 4-rail the 6 to the corner where the 10 is. Ouch. For the win, or you could 2-rail the 6 and get the cue ball up to. Either way, you could get the cue ball up table in case you miss. But if the ball goes, then you got a free swing at the 8. But we're past that part now. noticed. Both these players are playing super slow. But, yeah. I only have, because of COVID and all the other things that have been happening, we only have one ref on the floor. And, yeah. Being able to put them on the shot clock and stuff is a little more of a logistical nightmare. I can't just go grab a volunteer from the audience. They'll be done here eventually. Now in this position here, all three of these shots should take less than a minute combined. There you go. Now just pop it up table. Should be able to. You could do this one either way. You could draw past the 6. You got to just make sure you miss the 6. Nope. You got to make sure. I'm surprised he didn't just hit that with like one tip above dead center, and then the cue ball would have went forward in front of the 6 off the left side rail and up. But those are shots you just have to practice, and you should practice that with a steeper angle to the shot and a lesser angle, so that you can see what it takes to move the cue ball up table. Well, that 6 ball running into should give Sabrina this out now. She should be able to shoot the 6 and stop, shoot the 1, roll the cue ball up, and have a choice of which pocket she wants to put the 8 in. Yes, Hank, you are 100% right. He kind of did that in the backward order. He should have shot the 10 first, then the other ball, and went around the 8 the other direction where there was no obstacles. This shot here is just a matter of not going too far. You go short, you still have several pockets. You just don't want to go too far. Oh, my back is killing me. I still haven't been able to find that Lazy Boy sponsor so that I can have a nice comfortable chair when we're streaming. She hit that almost perfect. Actually, for me, I would say perfect just because I like a little angle no matter what shot it is. I hate perfectly straight in shots. Just because you spend your whole life trying to make sure you have an angle on the shot so that you can move the cue ball around the table. So 4-2. Sabrina needs 1. Clint needs 3. Got 130 watching. Only 28 likes. 2 dislikes, but hey, can't keep everybody happy. So please hit those like buttons. Well, let's see if Clint can get some balls moving around on the break. Neither player's really had a good break yet. Oh, That's probably the best break of the match. And the cue ball went. I am 100% shooting the 7 in the right side, the 5 in the left side, drawing back a little, shoot the 3 or the 1, or you can go this way too. Because the 7 goes in the upper left-hand corner too. So you could shoot the 1, 3, and depending on the angle and how you get away from the 12 and the 10. Oh, interesting. I gotta shoot the 5 now. She may have a runner here. Yes, she'll shoot the 7. If she can get perfect shape on the 6, so she can shoot the 6 in the corner and stop, I think she has a nice shot on the 3. And then it's just a matter of coming around for the 2. Well, she's going to go 2, 6, 3, which is a good option too. And I'm just trying to tell you guys, see how much better she's playing when she plays faster. Hopefully she'll go and she'll watch this video and she'll go, you know, that Rick guy is, I think he's right. Yeah. And she can go ask Dan Collins if he remembers the time he put her on the shot clock. Love you, Dan. The Fargo of these two players, Sabrina Peterson is a 5.37 and Clint Wallace is a 5.22. And I missed what happened there. Huh. She totally miscued? Was she trying to... Maybe she had a slight angle and had to try to draw back a bit. I feel like Sabrina kind of took Clint out of his game. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so apparently she had to... I'm watching the replay right now. Just so you guys all know, in case you don't know. When you're watching the stream, it is set up on DVR so that you can back it up and see what's happening. If you want to watch a replay. Cool feature, huh? So usually when I'm streaming, I watch it as it's happening on one screen. And then I have the laptop set up so I see exactly what you guys are seeing next to the chat room. Which is usually anywhere between at least 15 seconds and about a minute delayed. So then I watch a shot and then I turn and look at the other screen if I want to see the replay, and it automatically happens. If I miss it there, then as long as I remember to turn on the DVR feature before we start streaming, I can back up the stream and take another look. Like earlier in the match, Sabrina broke and there was a question of whether 4 balls went to the rail. Well, our job is to get the call right. So I looked and I thought, yeah, that looks like 4 balls went to the rail. And then I got to back it up and look one more time to verify that 5 actually got to the rail. So, there was a match the other day, since we're talking about that. There was a match the other day that the 9 was made on the break-in 9 ball, and the referee came over and spotted it back up. I radioed the other ref and said, hey, you need to go over there, and because the one ref didn't have a radio, I told the head ref, hey, you need to go over and straighten that up. Somebody decided they'd post later that, oh, you know, how dare the streaming people interact in the match and change the outcome. Well, first of all, the outcome was not changed. The 9 on the break is a win. That's the rules. And technically, kind of hard to call me the commentator when I'm also the tournament director. And if I see that stuff in a tournament, I'm going to have the ref address that. Now, I'm not going to have the ref go and address a foul that was committed or something unless the player calls for a ref and they try to decide what happens, and the referee has the right to ask any spectators around what they saw and make a ruling on that. So if I'm a spectator, it is actually in our rules just so you know. The job is to make the call, the right call. So any time that you can make that happen within the parameters of the rules, then that's what you should do. When a ref is called to the table and they make the wrong call, and it happens, we're all human beings. If it can get corrected before we advance on, then it should be corrected. I'm not sure what we're doing here. Can she not see the 6 in the upper right? If you can't, I'm banking it cross corner. I can't really tell what angle she has, so I can't tell you what maybe the edge of that ball is hooking it. If it is, I might be trying to cut that. As crazy as it sounds, cut it in the side. If it's catching you can't see the right edge, then, which that looks like what she might be looking at here. And then just hope the cue ball comes down in the right area. For the 3. Yeah, I can't tell. Nice shot, nice leave. This should do it, but I'm not. Should be okay here. The 3 should go, the cue ball should 2-rail up above the 8. Here we go. This is one of those shots. It's tough to. Oh, it was not as heavy of a shot as I thought it was. But I was gonna say if she had to cut, I thought she had to cut that much thinner so the cue ball would be running a lot farther. And that's a shot that easily you can get so out of whack that it's uncomfortable. But it looks like she's gonna wrap this match up here. And then we may have a slight break. Sabrina Peterson takes down that set. She moves on. Clint's still in the tournament. He's just on the loser side now. I don't know how long of a break we're going to have because I think the next match that was scheduled on this table probably got bumped because this one ran so long. But I do appreciate everybody tuning in to Bad Boys TV. We'll see you on the next